Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about solving quadratic equations. Take note, we are solving, meaning we are looking for the values of x. And these are the three steps. First, we equate the expression to 0, and then we factorize and we solve for the x values. Alright, we have the first example, x squared minus 15 equals 0. Here's one method where you make a difference of perfect squares. See, x squared is already a square number and we have minus there, that's a difference. So make this 15 a square number by squaring it and then taking the square root. In that way, like in the previous video, we do not change the value of 15, we still keep it as 15 because square root and power of 2 are opposite and they will cancel. Now we factorize, and when we have difference of perfect squares, the factors are the conjugate pairs of their base. So the base of x squared is x, and the base of square root of 15 squared is square root of 15. So one factor is x plus the square root of 15, and the other factor is x minus square root of 15. That is equals to 0. So we now separate the factors. X plus square root of 15 is 0, and x minus square root of 15 is 0. So why do we equate each factor to 0? Well, since they are multiplied to give 0, that means either one of them is at 0, since 0 times anything is 0. We don't know which one for the moment, so we assume that both of them are 0. That's why we equate each one of them to 0. So x1 is negative square root of 15. That's minusing square root of 15 on both sides. This is the first x value. And the second x value, x minus square root of 15 is 0. So we add square root of 15 on both sides. So x2 is square root of 15. Or for such an equation like this, let's say it's an incomplete one, meaning it doesn't have the eighth term, it doesn't come in full standard quadratic form, ax squared plus bx plus c. It doesn't have all the three terms. You can also find a way to go shortcut. So here's another way to do it. I say the easy way for incomplete quadratic equations. X squared minus 15. You solve it like a normal linear equation. We add 15 on both sides to bring 15 over. And to remove the power of 2, making x the subject, we take the opposite of squaring, which is square root, on both sides. So x is equals to positive and negative square root of 15. Take note, the highest power of a quadratic equation is 2, so we expect the highest possible number of solutions to be 2. So if it's a square root, that's a positive square root and a negative square root. So x1 is positive square root of 15 and x2 is a negative square root of 15. Here's the second example. We have 2x squared equals 50. To solve it like a normal quadratic equation, we make the y become 0, meaning we make one side become 0. So we subtract 50 on both sides to bring this 50 to the left hand side, and so we have 2x squared minus 50 equals 0. Now we factor out 2x squared minus 50. So now we factor out 2x squared minus 50 by taking out the common factor of 2, and 2 times the other factors. 2 times x squared equals 2x squared, and 2 times negative 25 is negative 50. So the other factor is x squared minus 25. And of course, these two multiplies to 0. Okay, now we factorize inside the bracket. It's a difference of two squares, so the factors are conjugate pairs of the base for those two terms, x and 5. So x plus 5, x minus 5. So we have three factors, 2, x plus 5, and x minus 5. And to find the x values, of course, 2 is not equals to 0, so that's an invalid factor, invalid value of x. Then the second factor is x plus 5 equals 0, so minus 5 both sides. The first x value is negative 5. And x minus 5 is 0, so we add 5 on both sides, so the second x value is 5. Or here's the easy way, we solve it like normal equations. So we make x the subject by dividing 2 on both sides and taking square roots, because square root is the opposite of squaring, and these two cancel, leaving x as the subject. So on the other side, 50 divided 2 is 25, and we take square roots both sides. Square root of 25 is 5, positive 5 and negative 5. So that's it for incomplete quadratic equations. Now to find out about how to solve a complete quadratic expression or equation like this one, stick around, subscribe, so you can see it in the next video. See ya.